Good morning, Satnam. It's day 4 of our trust meditation. And this morning we're going to add on a few warm-up sequences at the beginning of the practice and a short pranayama as well. So that'll just add in another, say, 15 minutes to the practice today. But I'll also put a timestamp in for when the actual meditation starts, if that's the piece that you're interested in doing. So let's start by bringing the hands together, rubbing the palms, starting to feel the breath and where it's located in your body. Feeling your body, maybe closing the eyes down, feeling the sit bones into the earth. Taking a breath in, into the belly, hold, squeeze, mula bandh. Which is our base. Then releasing that breath like a wave, allowing another breath to enter. And just some nice deep breath. Bringing fresh oxygen into the body. And we'll begin with the Adi mantra, 3 rounds of Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, which means I bow to the wisdom, I bow to the wisdom within me, I bow to the wisdom inherent in the nature of all things. And we followed up with the Mangala Charan mantra, which is a protection mantra. And that is Atgare Name, Jugatgare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhigurudeve Name. We do both of those 3 times, one after the other. Follow along. If you don't know the chant, just allow your tongue to hit the top palate as you get used to the words. Taking another breath in, hold and do another squeeze, and then release the breath, breathing in to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgare Jugatgare Satgare Siddhigurudeve Name. Adgare Jugatgare Satgare Siddhigurudeve Name. Adgare Jugatgare Satgare Siddhigurudeve Name. Breath in. Just feeling into wherever you are today and maybe thinking about where you'd like the practice to take you to today. Your intent for yourself or for others. Releasing the hands down, and we're going to immediately start with what we call Sufi grinds, and sitting in easy pose or in a chair position, we're going to move forward into and round and back, using the hips to move around the base, and allow yourself to pull forward and release back. And we'll do this for a few minutes just to get the spine opening up a little, moving in one direction, moving into each corner of the body. I'm particularly clicky this morning, and it would appear on one side of my body. Closing the eyes down if you wish, focused at the third eye point, and allowing Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam to move through you as you breathe in to Sat and exhale to Nam. Truth is my name, truth is my nature. Sat Nam. Not only am I clicky, but the floor is squeaky. And then rotating back the other way. Really, you can use the knees to allow the back to really bend out, and then pulling yourself forward. Come to center, take a breath in, close the eyes, release the breath, and we'll move immediately into camel pose. So putting the hands onto the top of the shins, and we pull forward and pulling the chest through. We basically leave the head straight forward. We breathe in to the front and release and round the back. Breathe in, release. And again doing Sat forward, Nam back, Sat forward, Nam back. This way you get used to the sequence of where the breath comes in and where it releases using Sat Nam. And also find your pace. What is your pace today? What is your pace in general? It may be different to mine. It may be faster. It may be slower. Feel the rounding of the entire spine. And then also the bending of the lower back as we pull the chest through. Breathing into the center, hold, gently squeeze. Just holding the breath for a moment. And then releasing the entire breath out. And holding for a moment with the breath out. Do you feel the need to breathe again? Now we're just going to go into a very quick pranayama practice before going into the meditation. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing to open up both the sun and moon, the passive and active sides of the breath, the Ida and Pingala. We're going to start the practice with the right hand, with the thumb over the right nostril, and we'll do a breath in the left nostril while blocking off the right. And then we're going to close off, so some people use the small finger or index finger to close off the left nostril and exhale through the right. And then inhale through the right. And then blocking off the left, exhale through the left. Breathe in through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, blocking off the left, exhale through the left, and continuing. Going as low and long and slow and deep as you can. It works for you, again, finding your rhythm. And as you block off from the inhale, feel the pull on Mulaband. And continuing for another few rounds. Because some people, on some days, you may find that one nostril is blocked more than the other, like mine this morning. Continuing this practice will help just gently open up both sides of the channels, but you can also feel where you might be a bit more blocked on one side. Is it the left side, the left nostril, which relates to the right hemisphere of the brain? So that blocking off of that nostril may mean that you're not feeling as creative. If it's the right side, the more active side, which relates to the left hemisphere of the brain, the more logical side, you might feel more emotionally driven or less able to action things in a logical way. So continuing this breath every day can help just gently balance out those hemispheres so they connect and work in unison. Finishing the last breath sequence, then taking a big breath in, then just gently hold. Release the breath and holding the breath out. Again, getting used to these places between holding the breath in and holding the breath out create chemical changes in the body which help with numerous actions of the body where it comes to oxygen and carbon dioxide, I should say. So we're going to move into the meditation now, and you should have already done a few days of this, so you'll be getting into the swing of it. The first part of the sequence is, of course, the bear grip in front of the heart space. So left in front of the heart, right, left palm faces out, right palm faces in, the fingers are pulled into each other and the thumbs just sit gently on the outside. And we do this rocking motion from our hips forward. And as we come forward, we say hud, 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 hud. And you can get started. I want you to think about the tongue quite specifically hitting the top palate. Hud, hud. And also simultaneously feeling that hud in the belly. Hud. And it will be like a pulling up sequence feeling. And so for this, the eyes are focused down onto the tip of the nose. And we do this for 11 minutes. Focusing the eyes, continuing. Hud, 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 hand, 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 hud, 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 hud. Finishing off, taking a breath in and pulling the fingers and squeezing everything in and up, holding and squeezing, full tension throughout the entire body. Trying to hold for 20 seconds. Release. Breathing in again. Squeeze. Hold Mulaband in, up, squeeze, pull the fingers apart, full tension into the feel into the chin, into the jaw. Release. Another breath in, last one. And the most full tension that you can pull into your body. Squeeze and hold everything. Pull the fingers apart. And release. Keeping the eyes closed. And we'll move into the second part of the sequence with the hands in a prayer position with the thumbs over the top, left for women over the top of the right, right over the top of left for men. And we start with the hands coming out from the solar plexus, and the movement will be that the wrists will come up, and we do 12 moves to the left, and as we come down we say hud, 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 and I count in 3 lots of 4s for the hud, and then 12 back to the center, 12 to the left, 12 back to the center, and we'll continue that. And when we come back to the center, so that's supposed to all be done with one breath. When we breathe in and begin again, and we do the 48th hud. Should be louder, but we'll see how we go with that. I think we're still building into it. Let's get started. And the eyes can be open or closed, whichever suits you for this particular sequence. There's no requirement. Pulling the hands up, and we'll start. Hud, 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 hud. Now take a breath in. I want you to squeeze back onto the back molars and say to yourself mentally, hud, as you do the hand sequence, backwards and forwards, full to the left, full to the right. Breathing in. Do it silently. Breathe out. Breathe in and squeeze, just gently in and up. Eyes closed. Release the breath. Remaining with the eyes closed for some moments. True relationships are built on trust. How do you know that others can trust you? That you can have a connection between your nabi, your vital desires, your vital force, and your throat, what you say. Trust is often delivered and sensed through the direction of words, but they're not just words, they are the projections of our integrity. And again, that will happen with people that we're listening to. You'll have an innate sense of whether they're being direct or indirect. And the more direct that person is, the more fundamentally you will trust them. So when we do this practice, the HUD is connecting from the second chakra, from that seat of power, to the delivery mechanism, the throat chakra. And it's those two working in unison that give a sense of integrity and therefore a sense of trust in who we are and how we project ourselves to the world. We'll close off the session with 3 long satnams. Truth be my name, truth be my nature. And when you're doing the sat, it's a long sat and a shorter nam. Try and experience the sat vibrating through this part of your face, so into the third eye point, into the back of the eyes. And you'll get that sense of kind of the vibration of the sound into that part of the head, and that actually stimulates the pituitary and pineal glands. Hands together, front of the heart space. One breath in, one breath out, and breathing in to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Light to all, love to all, peace to all. May you resonate truth, speak it, be the integrity of the oneness, be the integrity of love, and then that will echo back into your world, impacting yourself and those around you. Satnam. See you tomorrow for day 5. I'd love to hear comments on how you're going with the practice, and any suggestions you have. Satnam.